It's a sad truth to be Joshua Koerner sometimes, because I frequently find myself needing retail therapy, and I'm more often than not able to say, nah, I'm not actually going to engage. You kind of got to be in there at the right time to get the right things. And I was just putzing around, and I found some sheet sets. And normally you wouldn't be like, oh, this guy who's into tech and cameras and stuff would really be into some sheet sets, but I was. And I'll explain to you why that is. That's because, on a whim, I got Sarah 400 thread count sheets for Christmas, because I thought, you know, why the hell not? It would be fun. And they have been so nice, like, so nice. And so I was just putzing around, and I run into the sheet sets, and I'm like, I wonder if they have high thread count sheet sets. And they did. They had all the way from 500 to 1,000, and from what I could see, I got the only 1,000 thread count sheet set in there. So I'm really happy about that. I think that's a lot of fun. It's in an awful color, which is probably why it's in there, but it's in this like brown. A couple things I'd like to talk about today. One, the Rode VidMic Pro Plus, and the Leica M10. The Rode VidMic Pro Plus looks like it's going to be an excellent addition to Rode's VidMic lineup, especially with the way that their VidMic Pros have been, with that original awful isolation mount, the new Rycote Lyre, and I feel like this one, the way it's integrating a number of features in particular, is really taking the game to the next level. What those features are that I really love: 100-hour rechargeable battery, so it doesn't take 100 hours to recharge. It works for 100 hours before needing a recharge. The battery, you can either use the rechargeable battery or AA's, which is great because the 9-volt that's in my VidMic Pro is rather expensive. I think that one was like $14. Or you can power it through a micro USB from your camera, so that's great. Additionally, there's a second high pass filter, I believe it's called, low pass, high pass, whatever it is. So now that operates both at 75 hertz and 150 hertz, which is great. The windscreen has microfiber flocking in it, so it functions better without the dead cat, functions better before you need the dead cat, which is wonderful. So I think, depending on what the price point looks like when they release it, I'll probably end up getting one of those. The Leica M10, 24 megapixels, $6,000, 5 frames per second, 2 gig buffer, ISO dial. It's cool. It's a Leica. It's thinner than ever. Everything's better than it was in the past, but super weather resistant. But if I'm going to spend $6,000 on a lens, I'd rather spend it on a Pentax 645Z, because I'd rather have an intro to medium format as opposed to 35mm format, which I already shoot on. So I don't know, that's just my perspective. It's still a manual rangefinder, so I really don't feel like it's going to be giving anything particularly more to the average shooter. If you're going to spend $6,500, get something new, interesting, different, That's just my perspective, though. So whatever you think about either of those two, leave a comment below, let me know. one of the things I resolved to do today was to start working on cleaning the garage. As of right now, it's nearly 6 p.m. I'm really not feeling it. So I think instead I'm going to find something else to do. I'm just exhausted. I'm feeling fine, you know, I'm feeling positive, but I'm just exhausted. And for quite a while I've been wanting to make like a couple of different wish lists. One being a gear wish list, and I have several on Amazon, but I want to update it. But I also want to do like a quality of life wish list. To that point, I was able to get these sheet sets today. And I mentioned those earlier, but there they are. I mean, now we have 3 400 plus count sheet sets, so we can always sleep in luxury, which I think is just way too much fun. I think one of the things that I really want is just increased quality of life. Let it be enough to say that I could talk for days about camera gear and what kind of camera gear I want, but I don't think that it makes very good content to go into just a huge discussion on camera gear and what I want and what I don't have. So I'm gonna kind of leave it at that. Since I'm house sitting, I'm without my usual snacks, so I need some goldfish.
Just